12시간 미국에서 노가다 하던 남자, 탑 트레이딩 회사 30곳에서 졸업당했습니다. 하지만 지금은 에이펙스에서 7억 원을 출금한 미국에서 가장 핫한 트레이더로 불리죠. TG Capital 인터뷰 시작하겠습니다. So I'm here with TG Capital Tyler. Nice to meet you. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Jay. I run the largest prop trading futures community in South Korea. Currently too, I'm a poker YouTuber. So I worked with GG, WPT, two largest poker online companies in the world. Can you briefly introduce yourself, Tyler?
My name's Tyler Gotel, also known as TG Capital, and I originally came from the CFD space. I've now entered the future space, which is a much, much better space to be in. I really am known for having a ton of big payouts through the CFD space. And then I migrated my way over to the future space because of my large payouts through the CFD space. I was actually banned by over 30 firms. Ooh. And then I transferred over, came to the future space, and I've been trading with Apex and I'm really known for my huge payout of, I hit a 1 to 51 RR trade. It was a swing trade. I held it for 3 weeks and I made $51,000 on a single trade. And that's what really, my social started to grow from there. And then that's what really put me on the map. And then being active on X and Instagram and TikTok and now YouTube, where I do live streams, and it's just and I was working construction my entire life. I now live in Miami. I trade full time. And this is my passion. This is my life. This was my dream. And I'm just so blessed and so thankful to be here where I am today.
Thank you, Tyler. You're just coming into the influencer sphere, the atmosphere. How is that looking?
Jay, to be honest with you, this kind of all fell very naturally to me. And I never expected to be an influencer. You know, I was trading, and what I tell most people is I created my X account because I just wanted to have some leverage over the prop firms to avoid them not paying. Like, sometimes they're going to deny your payout, and if you have a larger following on the social media space, you know, they're less likely to, you know, deny your payout. So I was like, you know, I just wanted to use it as a way to have some sort of leverage. And then once I started sharing my journey and just being open and honest, and if I was in the rat race, I was working a construction job, and you know, people aspire to get out of that, and it sucks, man. And to have to work for someone else, and for me every single day to have to put my boots on at 6 a.m. in the freezing cold in New York, I just wanted a way out of that. I wanted financial freedom. And sharing my journey, it kind of just spiraled into this thing where it kind of caught wind, and it was all very organic for me, and people were loving my story and just me being open and transparent and not having anything to sell them and providing real value as opposed to, you know, what all these other freaking furus and gurus do in the space. And you know, I just started growing from there.
Yeah, like you said, being an influencer definitely helps you protect your asset. And it's also good to protect your community members, your fans, your audience, right? Yes. When they have problem, you can help them out too, right?
Of course,
right.
Of course. This is already an incredibly hard industry to succeed in. I would say less than 5% truly make it, you know? And to have the potential of maybe something's going wrong on the prop side where you are doing the right thing and you need a voice to come and help you guys, a voice of reason. And, you know, it's just an added thing inside of trading that makes it difficult for a trader to get the payout. Granted, you'll never have those issues with Apex, which is amazing. You follow the rules. That's one thing about Apex that I love. $500 million in payouts, right? You follow the rules, you're guaranteed your payout. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's the difference between, you know, Apex and the CFD space. You have to worry. I had to worry about that $51,000 check hitting my bank account. With Apex, I was getting paid $40,000 every 8 trading days, 2 days to get approved, even on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. That's the difference of the space. You know, futures is more regulated. The CFD space is not. So you want to be with a firm that you could trust and have a long-standing relationship with. And for me, you know, being able to trade with Apex and work with Apex has just been a total game changer for me. And they're my family. And I'm sure you feel the same way, Jay. If you're not familiar, on my first set of PA accounts, I did close to $100,000. And my initial investment was only $3,000. That's including the activation fees. So I went from $3,000 to close to $100,000 in my first set of PA accounts ever. I ran those accounts up to $500,000. Unfortunately, I did lose them. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes like everyone else. I'm sure Jay does as well. And this is a journey for me as well.
How did you get into trading?
So what happened is that I originally got into trading during COVID because I wasn't working. I was in the plumbers union at the time in New York. And I was like, I got to find a way to make money online. Like everyone is. They wanted some way to make money while they were home.
You're fucking Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
You're
I am
Conor
the next
McGregor in
Conor
trading
McGregor.
field.
Yeah, you got to hear this. So what happened is I started in the CFD field, and I saw some guy on Instagram, and his name was Q Banks, and I'll never forget it. The guy made like $100,000 in the trade, and he was trading with the CFD. He was talking about this prop firm. I was like, he's like, yeah, you could take a challenge and risk a small amount of capital and you're not risking really much of your own capital, and it's really you pass an eval and then you'll get funded. I was like, oh, this is interesting, right? Had no idea about technical analysis, nothing. So if you know, in the United States during COVID, they were giving you stimulus checks to stay home, and they were quite substantial. So I was getting these stimulus checks every single month, and I was buying challenges, but I had no idea what I was doing, Jay. Not a clue. So I would get these stimulus checks, right? And I was living in an apartment at the time with a roommate, and I was dating my current girlfriend at the time. And these accounts, and I never went for the small ones. I went for the big ones. They were about $500 a piece. I was trading the RSI. When it was oversold, I would full port it, and if it was overbought, I would also full port it the other way. So I had no idea what I was doing. My rent comes due. I can't pay my rent. You want to know why, Jay? Because all my money's gone from the freaking challenges. Everything that I've ever had is gone. So I had to have Taylor, my girlfriend, pay for my rent. I swear to God. That was how my journey started. And after that, I had to take a step back, Jay. I knew I was doing a lot of shit wrong. So I was like, Tyler, you cannot be trading any more prop firms right now, right? I took about 6 months to a year to just back test. I was back testing and I found a mentor. You guys are probably familiar with him. His name is ICT. Yes, people could say whatever they want about him, but I watched a lot of ICT, and his videos really changed my life, man. They really did. I focused more on time. I focused more on trading during a high probability kill zone, which is a session of, and I backtested for a year and really developed my edge and honed in on my edge and got a lot of data. If I tell you guys the most important thing with trading is you need to have data, because if you don't, every single day you come to the markets, you're gambling. It's no different than the poker table. You have to have an edge. If you don't have an edge, you have fucking nothing. You literally have nothing. You're coming to the market every day and you're trading on a hope and a goddamn whim. And you cannot trade like that. So I knew that inside. I said, Tyler, once you have data and the mathematical and statistical probability is there for me to fucking win. Not me getting on a hope and a prayer, Jay. Like, I had a mathematical edge. I then put $20,000 of debt on my credit cards. I had so much goddamn self-belief. I was like, Tyler, if you do not this up, if you just stick to your edge, there's no way that you can't make money. I passed every single challenge from then, every single one. I got my first big payout of $20,000 on a single trade. From 20 grand. I paid my credit cards off. I quit my job in the elevator union, and Taylor's dad, my current girlfriend, was my boss. Quit my job and I moved here to Miami. I said, F it, I'm going all in. I had about $15,000 in the bank, and my first month here, I made $168,000. And it's been on an up trajectory since then. So you can change your whole life very fast.
Yeah, so was that from Apex?
No, this was all CFD firms. I didn't start trading Apex until I got banned. I had no idea what even futures were at the time, bro. I didn't. I had no clue. I came from swing trading in the Forex space because I couldn't trade New York session because I was working in the elevator field. And I learned the power of futures where the ROI is so much more substantial. And then they run a 90% off sale. You can get a 50K account for $16 and you could leverage 20 of them. Yes. And then after that, you pay an activation fee of only $140. So your all-in cost, right, for 20 accounts is close to like $2,800 to $3,000. You can withdraw $40,000 on those accounts in 8 days. And then you can go and reach an uncapped payout and withdraw over $1 million. Right. No other firm in the entire space, Jay, is going to pay you 7 figures in a single payout. No other firm. I don't care who says it. Yeah, I don't care who. It's not. I'm not going to name the names of the other firms. They're not going to do it. Apex is the best.
From one of my community members, it was close to 700,000. Yeah.
Did you see that? No other firm is going to pay you $700,000 in a single shot. No firm.
Yeah.
None. Not a single one on this. Not one that comes in the future. Not one from the past. None. Apex is the only one that's ever going to do it.
Right.
And that's why I wanted to be a part of Apex, because gives the trader the power.
So I say exact the same thing as you. And there are obviously haters everywhere, right? And they're like,
Of course.
yeah, and they're like, but the companies, the prop firms, they make money off of you losing.
That's every company.
That's every
a business.
that's the whole world.
They're f***ing delusional, bro.
Delusional.
All of them.
Yeah, they think
They're
making
delusional.
money is evil. Oh my, what the fuck? Who fucking
I
brainwashed
know.
these people these days? Who's doing it?
I know.
China?
You get these people on Twitter, and they're like, but Apex denies payouts. You know why Apex will deny your payout? It's because when you're literally f***ing breaking the rules. You are intentionally breaking the rules. And you try to get over on the company, and then you strong on them. You come on Twitter, and you're like a f***ing tough guy. You're like, but Apex denies payouts. No, they don't. I'm going to tell you right now. I've never broken. I had one payout get denied by Apex, and it was entirely my fault because I broke the 30% windfall rule. I deserved to get my payout denied. You know what happened? I traded for 8 days like a gentleman, and I got my $40,000, no questions asked. You know what? It's always that one guy on the internet, and you know what? These are the people who are hating, right? It's the people who never make any money. This is life. Apex is a business, okay? You have to remember this. Yes. Apex is a business too. They need to make money. Do you guys get that? Yeah. Think about it. Go take whatever the you got in the bank, right? And go put that into a live account and see how that works out for you. And then come back to me and let me know how that went. You're a loser. If you don't like the rules, go trade your live account and blow that one up. Yeah. See how that one turns out for you. Okay? I bet you it doesn't end too well. Go off.
I've noticed from my fans that the fans that came from poker field do much better in prop field than people who have not came from poker field. I think it's because they understand the variance and they're used to downswings, right? So they're more resilient 100%. To it. Yeah. You need to share some of your winning strategies for my Korean community. Yeah, right.
So, do you want me, Jay? I will share with you one of my favorite models that I'm trading currently right now. Mm-hmm. And let me share my screen here.
Oh wait, hold on. We need to say this before. No results are guaranteed. Trading is difficult, guys.
No results are guaranteed. Trading, this is an extremely difficult thing. Only about 1 to 5% succeed doing this, and this is not financial advice. Yes. I am just an idiot guy on the internet. All right, let's share my screen here and give you some insight. Yeah. Let's go over one of my favorite setups here. So this is one of my favorite setups. So guys, what I trade is I trade off the 15-minute. I trade off the 1 minute as well, but I really love trading the 15-minute. What am I looking for here? Guys, I want to stress this, and I can't make this more clear. You want to be involved in the markets the least amount of time possible. Your edge is there in a small window of time. Small. The more time you're on the charts, the more of a chance you have of something up and giving all your money right back. All of it. All of it. So you want to be in the charts in the least amount of time as possible. So let me show you something. The less time that you're on the charts, the less time that you're trading, the less time, the higher time frame entry model you're using. This is where your edge lies. Your edge doesn't lie on you being on the charts from market open at 6 p.m. EST until market closes at 5. The more time you spend on this shit looking at these candles, the more exhausted you're going to be. And you're going to make a mistake, and you're going to give money back, and you're going to blow accounts. You have to be vigilant. You have to have strong, rigid risk management. You have to be able to walk the away from the charts. You have to stop. You have to stop. So, my trading window is from 8 a.m. EST to 10 o'clock. That's it. 2 hours. 2 hours on the charts. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. What I look for is, it has to be during my session. I don't give a shit what happens in Asia. I don't give a shit what happens in London. But what I want to see here is when I come to New York, I want to see a draw on liquidity, right? I want to see a draw on liquidity. I also utilize the Bollinger Bands. It's one of the few indicators that I utilize. So I utilize the Bollinger Bands.
What's draw on liquidity?
And a draw on liquidity is this. So a draw on liquidity is that when a session opens, right? A new session. So I'm trading New York. When I come to New York, I want to see a session's high or low or a previous day high or low get purged, meaning I want to see how does the market move? It'll draw from internal liquidity to external liquidity. That's how the market moves. For the big banks to move, they need to draw sellers into an external range of liquidity so they can get into their bigger positions and draw the market lower or higher, vice versa. So what I look for here is, look, I even have it marked up. I have an indicator that does it for you. This is Asian session high and low. As you can see, Asian session was swept during London session, and Asian session low was swept during London session. So these sessions liquidities were already taken. So I don't give a shit about those. What I care about is what? London session low and London session high. None of them were purged while we were in London session. But what do you know? Right when 8 a.m., I get a purge of this London session high. Then what do I see here? I get a fair value gap. If you're familiar what a fair value gap is, it's just an imbalance in price. This is an imbalance. After we sweep this liquidity, we drive lower, right? We make this fair value gap. We break structure here. This is a break of structure. This is a market structure. So price was going up, right? Price was going up. Now we come down, we break structure here. We close below it. What do? We test this fair value gap. Let me get this off so you can see it better. We test this fair value gap, right? Mm-hmm. This is the gap between this candle here and this candle here. There's an imbalance in price. There's no buyers in here, as you could see. Let me take this off. Okay, look, I make this very simple for you guys to see. Do you see how there's no price action in here, in this block? That's a fair value gap. That's an inefficiency in price. So from this candle here, from the 8 a.m. candle to the 8:30 candle, this candle had, the sellers were so strong that there was no buyers to come up in here and balance this price out. Do you see how this left a gap? This is a void in price.
When does your US session start on your time period?
I start my NY like pre-market at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's when I come to the market. The Nasdaq opens at 9:30. This is my first order of business here. It's like, okay, so from this candle here, the 8:30 candle to the 8 a.m. candle. Notice how there's no price here. The wick didn't come up in this range and close here. Do you see? This is a volume imbalance now in price. Now, this is a strong chance that price is going to go lower, but you don't just enter off that, right? I want to see price tap back into it, give me a retest, and wick through it. What do? I see the wick through the imbalance here. Now I'm ready for an entry. Ready? Watch. I come here. My shorts are here. My stops. Your stops could simply be above the session. This London high shouldn't be purged, but you can have it above here. You could use either. You could have it a little bit higher than here because this price shouldn't come back up here into this session, the London high, and take you out. It shouldn't. So my stop could be either above this swing high here or above here. I typically will keep it at the swing high or give myself a little bit of room here. That'll be my stop. And what am I looking for? This entire session should now sell off. The entirety of the session. This is the expansion on the move. This is accumulation in here, manipulation, right? And then this is the distribution. This ran for over 1 to 10 RR. 1 to 10. And I catch big trades like this all the time. If there's one thing with me, I'm catching big trades. I don't catch small trades. I catch entirety of the session move. So I'll catch a full expansion. So in a daily expansion or an expansion for a session, you could close it at, when volume is drying up around 12 o'clock New York lunch. I'm not going to tell you how to manage the trade. I manage my trades myself, but usually I'll catch a full daily expansion for the entirety of the session. That's my bread and butter. That is like an A+ setup for me. A+. When it comes to just being on the charts and looking and being patient, that's what I want to see every single time. Every single time. And I'll wait. I will literally wait a week for that setup because it's that good. It's that good.
So can you go over quickly what your setup initial conditions are?
Okay. So my conditions are when I come to the market, right? I'm not framing a higher time frame bias, anything like if you want to correlate if you know anything about what I learned from ICT, there are fractal time frames, meaning that The correlated time frames are the 4-hour, the 15-minute, and the 1-minute. These three time frames are correlated. So from the highest point, from the 4-hour, working our way down to the 15-minute, and then working our way down to the 1-minute. So those are correlated time frames. If you wanted to, you could get this entry model on the 15-minute and then drop down to the 1-minute to get an even more precise entry. But for me, I just prefer to stay on the 15-minute. So when I come to the market, this is my criteria for entry.
Yes, I would love to see just one more example that...
Let me give you a really, really good one. And I'm solely trading the NQ.
So there are days
Okay.
that you don't ever trade, right?
Bro, there could be a week I don't take a trade. A week. I'm sitting on my hands until I get this set up. I do not trade.
Wow.
That's what makes me a profitable trader. I'm okay with not trading. To everyone out there that's watching this, it's okay to not take a trade every goddamn day. It's okay. Some of the best traders only trade 1 to 2 times a week. I'm telling you right now, I made more money trading less. I swear to God. I trade, maybe I'll get 1 to 3 trades a week, maybe at the max. And I guarantee you I make more than 90% of the people trading. I'm telling you right now. Half of these people don't make money trading. They're fucking gurus. They're not real. I'm a real trader. Okay, Jay, we're going to give you one more example, okay?
Yes.
This was previous daily high right here. Right here. Hold on. This was 345. Okay. So, let me mark this out for you. It's going to be trend line here. Boom. All right. So, what do we see here, Jay? You ready?
Yes.
You ready? This is like really good setup. Really good. So,
What is
come
that?
to the
What is
market-
that indicator that shows you Asian time and Europe time? The line, the blue line, red line.
oh, I'll pull it up right now. Right here. This guy creates some of the best freaking indicators I've ever used.
Nice. Thank
I'll
you.
show you the script. It's previous open, high, low, close by Nephew Sam. This guy creates some of the best freaking indicators I've ever used. And it's free, of course. Free. It's on TradingView. It's free. And go check it out. It's freaking awesome. This is a awesome indicator. It's great. I come to the market, 8 a.m. What am I looking for first, Jay? What am I looking for first, Jay? I want to see a sweep of liquidity. But what liquidity is left? Asian session has been swept already, right? London session has been swept already. The high's been swept, but the low is intact. But what's the only thing that hasn't been swept, Jay? The high. What happens here? We sweep the high. At what time? 9:15. We get this huge expansion up. Huge. There's no trade here yet. What happens? We have the previous daily high. And if you go and do some research, when you sweep previous daily high or previous daily low, there's about a 70 to 75% chance that we reverse after sweeping previous day high or previous day low. You don't just go solely off base those numbers, but if you look it up and you do research, there's about a 70 to 75% chance that after we sweep previous day high or previous day low, that we were going to have a reversal in the market. So knowing that, now I sweep previous daily high. What happens? I'm trading outside of the Bollinger Band. What do I see here? And in this, what was I talking about to you before, Jay? What is this? This is a fair value gap right here between the 10 a.m. candle and the 9:30 candle. What happens? This is a volume imbalance here. Notice that no wick has come down to rebalance this range between this wick and this wick. There's no price action. Are you following, Jay?
Yes.
There's no price from this wick here to this wick here. There's a gap. There's a void in the market. There's no price action. That's a fair value gap. That's an inefficiency and imbalance in the market. This is what I gauge my trading off of. So now I know I got this. What happens here? We disrespect this gap here and we close below it. This is what we call in the market. This is called an inversion. This is an inversion. This is an inverse fair value gap. This is a disrespect of this balance in price action. So what am I doing? I'm entering. As soon as I inverse this fair value gap, I'm outside the Bollinger Band. I sweep previous daily high. My stops are right above the fair value gap. Why? Price should not come back and disrespect this now. What am I in? I'm in here. And what can you target? You could target a swing low, right? This ran for a 1 to 4. You could target the first swing low. You could target 1 to 2. You could target 1 to 3 and trim and manage the position like that. This is what I do every single day. Well, when I do get my model.
Let's check out today. Why was today invalid?
Okay, let's talk about today. What happens today? Asian session. Both both are intact, right? Asian session high hasn't been swept. Well, coming to the market at 8 a.m. Asian session high hasn't been swept, but London session high has. Okay, so that's our first thing. It's like, okay, London session high has been taken, but we have Asia. Was London session low taken? No. Was Asian session low taken? No, which is good. Okay, I get the sweep of Asian session high, right, Jay? But look, there's no fair value gaps here. There's nothing. All you get was after you sweep Asian session high, we get this strong move down, but there's no entry model after sweeping the high. Do you understand?
Yes.
Look, there's no imbalance in price. Notice the difference. Remember this? Look at this. You see how there's no imbalance? Now look at the difference here. Ready? Let's go to the entry model. Look at the difference. You see how there's a gap here after sweeping the high?
Right.
You see the gap that I have marked out? Now we go to today. Is there a gap in the session? No. So there's no trade, Jay.
Yes.
Very simple. No gap, no trade. You don't trade today. That's how I trade. I keep it pretty simple. It may sound complex to you guys, but I've been doing this for 6 years. So that's it for how I trade.
Is there an indicator that tells you if there is
Yes.
a fair value?
Yes, 100%, Jay. 100%. I will. Yeah. I do use it, but I just prefer to mark it out myself. Why? It's just because I've been doing it for so goddamn long. But yes, there is one, and it's by the same guy, FVG by Nephew Sam. And then you go here, right? You could change this, turn this off, put this on 15-minute, save as default, and look, watch. It'll do it all for you. If you go to that previous trade that I showed before, if you get rid of mine, I'll get rid of my gap, right? And you know what? We'll mark the gaps red, fair value gaps red for here. Hold on here. Okay. Bullish, bearish. Mark these red. Ready? Boom.
Oh.
You see this?
Yes.
That's red fair. Look, wait. You want the bullish one? Let me make the bullish a little bit darker for you. Hold on. Boom. See that, Jay? You see see the gap? You see the gap, Jay? It's right there. It does the work for you, bro. All the work is done. Session, gap, it's already printed. Jay, so I want you to tell me how you're currently doing on your trading journey with Apex, how your accounts are looking, and currently where the status is with your accounts, bro. I want to know. Let me know how you're doing. Show me those accounts. Let's be open and honest here, and then let me hear what you got here, my brother. Talk to me a little bit first. Show me what's going on. I need to know.
This is embarrassing, but I'm not sure if I should.
Don't be scared, Jay. I won't judge. I promise.
But Tyler, I want to be a good trader, so you need to give me some facts, because I like the phrase, facts don't care about your feelings.
You want to know the hard truth?
I need to know the hard truth.
If I see something I don't like, Jay, if I see something I don't like right now, I'm going to give it to you blunt, pal. I'm going to be the friend you need, not the friend you freaking want, all right?
Yes.
So let me see what you got there, pal.
Let me pull up my Apex PA account.
So as you know, Jay, you how many PAs do you currently have?
I have 15 or 16 PAs.
All right, so good amount of leverage, Jay. I like that. You're already starting off on the right foot here.
I pulled up my PA charts, Tyler. So I've been trading 115 days. So that's about 5 or 6 months.
Actually, struck and lost for words. I never thought that this would happen. This sick 115 days, right? And this sick has not taken a singular payout. You gotta grow a pair of balls and put some goddamn size on those trades. You're wasting time. You're trading for 100 days and you haven't taken a payout. You either are a break-even garbage trader or you don't trust your system, dude. Which one is it? It's one of the two. You either got no balls.
But break-even traders are top 10%.
One micro, what is that? What is that, Jay? The fact that you could trade one micro for that goddamn long and not receive a payout? Jay, you've been trading for 6 months and you haven't gotten a payout. Because you don't put on enough goddamn size, dude. This is bad, dude. This is bad.
I'm from Pokerfield, so I have to manage my risks well.
This is unacceptable. Check between your goddamn legs, pal, and see if there's a nutsack in there, okay? This is no way to be trading, pal.
But I learned from YouTube, you shouldn't risk 5% of remaining MDDs.
Jay, you're playing with an account that's worth $16. What are we even talking about here?
Yeah, but
what are we talking about? Okay, sorry, with the activation fee, you're playing with $200. You
But
play
Tyler,
with 200
Tyler.
bucks. What are we doing?
But Tyler, for me, prop trading isn't just about withdrawal. It's more about practicing as if it were my own money. So I don't want it. I don't want
hold
to
on
be
here, Jay.
overly dependent on prop firms because eventually there will come a time when I'll need to manage my own capital. Then I need to learn
Jay,
this through.
But what you're doing now is you are trading a prop firm.
And someone counts
Jay,
out
you've been trading for
5100.
6 months and you made about 400 bucks. This is a disgrace to humanity.
Yeah, but I pay $800, about $600 to $800 per month for trading fees. So if you include that, that's about $1,400.
You're net negative, Jay. You're net negative. You quite literally, I'm telling you right now, you're wasting your time. There needs to be a shift because how you approach a prop firm and how you approach a live account is in two entirely different risk dynamics.
Yes.
They're not the same at all. Please grow a pair of nuts and get a payout. Or burn it. You gotta change something. This is not the way to go about it.
Wait,
this
so
is
how many
really bad.
How many contracts are you recommending?
At least give me 3 to 5 micros. What's hard is that you got no balls. That's what's hard.
Some of my PA accounts below $1,000 TMDD. So what do you do with those accounts? Just go all in or fold?
So how much drawdowns left on the account?
My lowest one is 700.
So you have $700 of drawdown left on the account?
Yes.
You're gonna take a bigger trade. You're not gonna scale your risk back to you can't even trade less than whatever the you're trading right now.
That's why
you literally can't.
That's why I need nano Nasdaq.
You literally can't. It's physically impossible for you to scale down. You can't even scale down less than whatever the you're doing right now. It's impossible. You gotta grow a pair of balls and throw in more risk and either burn the account. Don't be scared to burn the account. You could do micros, but you have to throw in at least 3.
Okay.
The one is a disgrace to humanity. Obviously, you have an edge issue too. So there's an issue in your edge in the market. So what you gotta go do is back test and refine the edge.
I wanted to know a little bit about current drama among US prop trading influencers. So what's going on with the prop trading community over there?
Patrick right now, he's currently whoring himself out to about every single firm out there possible. It's typically it's a typical move for him. You know what? Listen, I used to not like Patty as much as I do, but Patty gets around. Patty's he's like a bad he's like a herpy. He's like once he's there, it's kind of like he's always there and he turns to come back. So it's like that's currently where Patty's a good guy. I like Patty now. I used to not like him, but he's kind of like the STD where you're like, I got the herpes and it went away, but Patty's back, and he's always trying to get on the other influencers,
I'm curious why Patrick roasts everyone in prop trading field. Why doesn't he roast FX YouTubers? Because they're a total scam.
Seriously, Patrick, it's not nice that you banned me. Let's be friends again. Because listen, Pat, I'm gonna be honest. I think we would actually be good friends. And if you're gonna roast people, at least roast my nice Korean friend here because he enjoys it too. So at least show him a little bit of love, Patrick. But
What is he
listen,
gonna say?
me and Patrick may have gotten on the wrong foot, but I actually do kind of like Patrick now. I think that he
Dude, he's on everyone's wrong foot.
he's got a he just says shit like it is. He really does, and I'm the same way.
I'm wondering. I'm curious what he would say to my 115-day trading days without pay. Without any payout.
What would Patrick say to your 150 day? Yeah. He would tell you. This is what he would tell you. Better off training to be a sumo wrestler than whatever the you got going on right now. Because whatever this trading shit is, it's not working out for you, pal. You break even. So either you're gonna after today's stream, you're gonna go walk you and your cat outside to the corner, and you're gonna start stripping, and you're gonna start stripping for eval fees, and then you're gonna fund your Apex accounts, and you're gonna finally be a man, Jay.
Yes.
You're a scared little boy.
Yes.
You're a scared little boy in the corner, and I'm putting you in timeout until you could be a real man.
Yes, drill sergeant.
Yeah, and that's why I'm here.
All right, please guide me to payout.
I'm here to guide you and put you on the right path.
Okay. All right, thank you, Tyler. Thank you for the interview.
I look forward to you coming to Florida, and we're gonna gamble together, and I'm gonna turn you into a real man. And then for everything that you do wrong, Jay, we're gonna pepper spray you, and then we're gonna tase you.
I'm ready.
Okay, so when you come here to Florida, make sure you're ready for that. Okay,
Yes,
pal?
yes.
All right, love you, man. It's been an absolute pleasure and an absolute honor. Whatever the hell you got going on right now is clearly not making you money. So your next best option is Take it to the streets.
Yes, yes. All right, thank you, Tyler.